Good evening, my name is Shakari Bass.
Ricardo Buchanan.
Shamari Farr.
Michael Perry.
Eric Ford.
And today we're here to persuade you that students should not have student dress code. Student dress code is something that's not necessary in school. It can get really expensive. Students want to be comfortable when they learn. They want to be able to express themselves. They want to be individuals when they go to school. They want to be able to stand out from each other. And by implementing a student dress code, it's kind of making them seem all the same. It's not teaching them that they can be themselves. So why do all schools have student dress codes? I mean, it seems like if one of the more trending ideas around school systems is to have a dress code where all the students wear the same thing or they have to abide by certain rules. That's really not necessary for the students to learn. In order for students to learn, they just need to come to school. What they're wearing doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect, what they're trying to learn. They want to be themselves, so whatever they want to wear, they're going to wear. Students can't be comfortable unless they're wearing what they want to wear. I mean, a lot of people think that when you put students up in uniforms and stuff like that, that it's going to help them learn. But at the same time, not everybody has a cost to, buy these uniforms that everybody talks about that students need to be wearing and stuff like that. And if they're wearing these uniforms, they're not going to express themselves as individuals if they're wearing what everybody else is wearing. We're setting them up to seem like standing out it's not what you're supposed to do. So that's why we need to keep everybody out of dress codes and let them wear what they want to wear, because in the end, that's what really matters. If we let them express themselves the way they are, then we're probably going to get better grades out of them because they're being who they are all the time and they're not having to conform to what certain people want them to do and what certain people want them to wear. So with that being said, Shamari's going to talk about the cost of why we shouldn't have dress code.
I'm Shamari. Growing up, going through elementary school and middle school, we had a dress code back home in California. We had to wear, the little navy or khaki pants, the slacks, the white shirt or whatever, and you had to wear that. And a lot of people, the people that couldn't afford it would wear the same pants, 3 or 4 times a week, and everybody would notice because they had a little paint stains on their pants or they'd be dirty. And the kids that, could afford it would have, the nice white, like maybe a polo white shirt, some polo pants, and, everybody would just find a way to find a way to stand out with the uniforms and everything. But not everyone could afford the top-notch, uniforms or whatever. So the parents would, instead of buying the blue slacks, the mom or the dad or the grandparents would go and buy some dark blue jeans to try to fit in because that was cheaper for them and that was in their budget. Not everyone could afford to, pay for the uniform and everything because they just weren't raised like that. The parents might be paying for school or whatever it is, so they barely have enough money to do that. So what makes you think they're gonna have enough to pay for the uniform?
I'm going to speak about the effect that it has on our education, which really, to me, it doesn't have too much of an effect. When I was in high school, it was said that we was having uniforms to increase, the learning ability. Like if you was dressed professional, then you would, act professional in turn. It would help you have better grades, which really, it didn't turn out that way. I mean, a lot of people were still failing and whatnot. I mean, it's just, to me, I feel like if you was to dress comfortable, come to school how you want to come, that you being yourself, you come to school and you'll learn any other way. To me, having a uniform doesn't affect your education. I mean, I don't see how what you dress up in, can affect the way that you will learn, the way that you will behave in class. You can wear a uniform and still come to class and act a fool. Doesn't matter. So to me, a uniform is really it's obsolete to, how it affects your grades or, the way you learn. So.
Basically what he's saying, because the school I went to in Corpus, they always told us to come to school casual wear, whatever like that, but they always told us to come with a polo shirt on or try to look nice because they think that the way you dress is the way you're going to get your education, if that helps anything. So like he said, anybody can come in something and act a fool, and we all came in what we felt comfortable in wearing, and that turned out to be a good thing because all of our tax tests, our grades went up last year because they wasn't rushing us to do something or this and that or wear something else besides what we wanted to wear. So we felt more comfortable doing that, and our tax test scores went up way higher. So it really doesn't matter what you wear after class, just as long as you get your education.
Basically, a dress code is used to make everybody look alike. But everybody's not alike. Everybody's made their own person, which is why everybody's individual. So individuality stands out, and a way that people use individuality is to express that is the way that they wear their clothes. So basically, clothes is the way that people differentiate themselves from this person, from the other person. Like a girl, she might like to wear a dress. Another girl might like to wear pants. Basically, it expresses who we are as one person. If we all looking alike, how can we express ourselves?
Basically, to sum it all up, when you implement dress codes, students can't be themselves. They can't be individuals. How do you expect someone to be comfortable in their surroundings when you're making them seem like everybody else? Students want to be able to fit in their own way. They want to find people that are, like them. And dress code can eliminate some of those options. That's why we need to stop implementing dress codes. We need to let people dress the way they want to dress. So basically, dress code, we shouldn't have them because not everybody's going to be able to afford it. You can't express yourself. And like you said, attitude just depends on the person. And you could be dressed up every day at school, but that doesn't mean you're going to want to learn. So we should stop implementing dress code because of these reasons. And that's about it.